and welcome to another live session on manifestation. And I have purposely chosen this filter. This filter kind of very well explains the idea of parallel reality. So, all the boxes that you see me in are different parallel realities that I am in. And every parallel reality out there is basically a reflection of you. Everyone is you pushed out, whether you're manifesting your career, whether you're manifesting your SP, whether you are manifesting your dream house, whether you're manifesting your ideal friends, whether you are manifesting your well wishers, whether you are manifesting a peaceful world, whether you are manifesting somebody who would really love you, no matter what you are manifesting, that person is you in another parallel reality. As you see me in different boxes here, similarly, like this, in different boxes, in different parallel realities, you are present. All the boxes that you see here in all these boxes are your different parallel reality versions where you are present. And all the boxes are representations of you pushed out in different parallel realities. In each parallel reality, you are giving yourself a particular role to play. In different parallel realities, you are playing a particular role, and all the roles you are playing, everything is happening one at the same time. We are all one consciousness. It's all happening all together. Despite the fact it's all happening together, you are seeing all of the other boxes from various other angles. And based on the angles, you are seeing the various boxes. Based on that, you are creating assumptions. Instead of creating assumptions, if you see that everyone is you pushed out, every aspect is a reflection of you, and all your aspects are experiencing the same thing because everyone is you pushed out. But you are thinking that some aspect is thinking in a different way because the angular position of that aspect is such. Because of this angle, you are thinking that this aspect is thinking something else because you do not see that aspect's angular version clearly. This is exactly what is happening in your manifestation journey too. You are thinking your DM is doing that, your SP is doing that, your whoever is doing whatever, you are presuming that because of your assumption of the angle of which you are seeing it from. Once you change the angle, your way of seeing something changes. The moment the angle is shifting, the way you are perceiving something is shifting. It is the angle which is changing your outlook about a particular reality. But it's all one. It's all happening at the same time, and it's all literally a clean slate, and it's all happening at the same time. What image you give in every clean slate is what is manifested, is what is being created. So what you want to truly manifest, for that you really need to understand the concept of parallel reality. And this was like one of the greatest filters to explain this concept. So if you are manifesting, say, your ex-boyfriend or your twin flame, whoever you are manifesting, the main thing you really need to realize is that the person who you are trying to manifest, that person wants exactly what you want. You are thinking that the person wants separately because you are focusing on manifesting that person by seeing it on a wrong angle. The person wants what you want, and wherever you are seeing an angular version of that person in that halfway version, you are seeing a vibration or version of that person where you are seeing broken parts of the truth, a little part of the aspect without full clarity. And whenever you are seeing without full clarity, you are perceiving it as if that the person is not wanting what you want because of lack of evidence, whether it is money. So Hitakshi has a very interesting question. What about money manifestation? So whether you are manifesting money, health, person, skincare, no matter what, clothes, friendship with celebrities, no matter what you are trying to manifest, everyone is you pushed out. So if you have a business, which a lot of my students here have too, if you have a business, your client is also you pushed out. Your client is you are going to have fun truly with a client. If you are doing a business like mine, you would truly have fun with a client where you meet your client in an aspect within, and it is in that aspect you can talk to your client and transmute their life, and that is literally meeting yourself in a reflection of them, or meeting God in a reflection of them. How I see is that everything is God, SP is God, money is God, my clients are God, and it is God with whom I am healing my inner relationship, and God is manifesting as everybody how I wish them to. A very easy way to manifest is the method that I do is everybody is God, everything is God, because God is all that is. So if God is all that is, then anyone, be it money, be it client, you really need to go within and heal your relationship with that aspect inside in God. Like knowing that God is money, knowing that God is your customer. So I'm going to use the word customer because it's a more common term in business globally, and not everybody has a coaching business. So I'm going to use the word customer. So your customer, say, is not coming to you. That is your block. So if your customer is not coming to you, what you need to do is go within and feel the hurt you are feeling, because your customer is God. So why isn't God coming to you in form of your customer is the upset? Once you work on that upset, once you work on that wound, you will have a realization, and that realization will shift you to a state of consciousness where you know that God is coming to you in innumerable forms of customers. I hope, Hitakshi, this answers your question. So Bhavika has an interesting question. I did a full moon ritual today. What to do next? Well, I personally do not talk much about full moon or anything, because every day to me is a ritual. Every second to me is a special day. Every second to me is fun, and I do not even get impacted by Mercury retrogrades and other retrogrades because I have done the inner work. So if the moon cycles are helping you to go ahead and manifest, then great. If they just pull you downwards and your mood shifts with any of the cycles, it's very important to go with it and heal that energy, because the moon energy, however it is interacting, it is the moon's interaction, it is God's interaction with you in form of moon. So now moon is available every day. Why don't we celebrate the moon every day? Why don't we celebrate the beauty of moon every night? Why do we wait for full moon? I mean, I love crescent shaped moon. That's more magical to me. I feel, in fact, I'm walking in the purple haze sky in a beautiful space when there's a crescent shaped moon. Why don't we celebrate all angles of moon? Why don't we cherish the sun every day? Why don't we cherish the sky every day? Why don't we feel the beauty of nature every day? I personally would say that I love God and nature in general, and my relationship with God or nature or the universe, with all that is irrespective of what I am manifesting. If I am focusing on manifesting something, that thing is because I am focusing on that particular thing, and that particular thing is playing a particular role in my life, and I'm manifesting another version because certain version of it is something I'm not liking. But that certain version of it which I am not liking is also my relationship with God. And where am I not liking? What am I not liking? Why am I creating that reality for myself? And if I am creating that reality for myself, that is because I am feeling that God punishes, God's love is limited, this is the limit, I have to do this, I have to compromise to this, and this creates a sort of rage and anger. And that rage and anger again slows down your manifestation. So really, if you're not liking something, work on the upset. Literally state to God that I don't want this. This is exactly what I want. The very idea that I'm going to have this and not that is creating in me a hurt. And it is in that hurt I choose God to love me, and as God is loving me there, I'm automatically going to shift to that state of consciousness where it is done. It is that simple. So Bhavika, it's been 3-4 days. My energy for SP is fucked up. Irritation, anger, sadness, conflict. Okay, wow. So if you are feeling irritation, anger, sadness, conflict towards your SP, that's because you think your SP is not you. And whatever your SP is doing, you don't have the power to change it. Your SP is God. And however your SP is behaving, your SP in that God in the form of your SP is showing you those upsets in you. In those upsets, in those places where you are hurt, in those hurt places, you need to choose love. When you choose love, when you choose God, when you choose radical acceptance, radical unconditional self-love in those places, in the essence of radical unconditional love, you will naturally move into the vibration when you know that I sure don't want this, I just want that, and I'm not even guilty to ask for what I want, and so it is, I have what I want. You will immediately shift. Truth is that no matter what, God is the only answer. God is love, and love is all that is, and it is in the essence of love. It is in the essence of God. We are. And everything else, whether it's your upheaval, whether it's your upset, whether you are in a lot of pain, you're in a lot of anguish, you're in a lot of grief, all that grief, all that melancholy, every wound, all those parts of you are sources of inner ways of torturing us, inner ways of sadistic pleasure, where we are storing those pain to repeatedly torture us because we think there is no other way out, and we think that imagination, love, and everything out there are only in movies. But it's not there in reality, and it's not there in reality because of that there is a depression that is born, and it is in depression the humanity is quivering, everybody is taking steps, everybody is creating, and that is why most of the songs, most of the creation has a lot of pain attached to it, because people don't know any better. We have forgotten, and we have forgotten because we really think that we are limited to those feeling bad, those feeling stuck feelings, those upheavals, and everything that we've gone through. We feel like we are a victim to that reality. We feel like we are stuck in that reality. We are playing victim of a reality, and there is no way out. And we think even if there is a way out, it's not going to be anything out of the world or magical, because magic and miracle are only things that you see in movies and books. And this is the thought process people have come down to, and this is why there is collective depression, there is collective sense of separation, and this is itself known as separation consciousness. This is what is separation consciousness, and this separation consciousness is happening with God. And without God, without the strength in God, without the understanding in God, without the belief in God, we cannot really move past these upheavals. But towards God also there is so much of anger, so much of anguish, so much of frustration, because humanity is in a state where humanity feels like God is punishing us, God is against us, God is out there to get us, God has made my life miserable, God has put me through this, God has put me through that. And these are the stories, these are the constant thought processes that people are going through. And it is in those constant thought process, it is in that constant pain, it is in that constant fatigue, we just tend to give up, and we get into a state of consciousness where we feel this is it, this is the suffering I have to live with. Then we look for answers, that when will our life change. Then we blame the stars, why are the stars not shifting. Then we wait for what gemstone could change our life, then we wait for what crystal could change our life, then we wait for what feng shui could change our life, then we wait for what prayers could come change our life. And then it goes back to God, and we have to surrender because we cannot anymore endure the pain, and we finally surrender and realize that God is all that is. And it's a perpetual cycle. I telling you or you realizing it will not really make a difference, because tomorrow when a problem comes, you will again forget it, and you will again go through the cycle. And this cycle, as I said, is a perpetual cycle until and unless you just know it and realize it in every part of you being, that God is real, God is all that is, only love is real. It is in the essence of love, it is in the truth of love we will find the true essence of freedom. The freedom that you seek inside of you, the freedom that you want inside of you, the cage that you are inside in your body, wondering that whether you can create your reality or not. Of course you can create your reality. Of course you can manifest any version of a person exactly how you desire. Your twin flame or boyfriend can behave in the exact way how you desire that person to behave. But the missing link is that you have to believe that it's possible that they will behave in certain ways. If you do nothing but just work on believing that it's possible, work on believing that with Jesus everything is possible, work on believing that with God everything is possible, work on believing that it is your belief that can shift your reality, work on believing that faith can move mountains. It is by the virtue of your faith. It is by the virtue of your belief. Everything will crack open to become the holographic representation of exactly what you desire to see. And that is how it works. It is that simple, it is that fast, it is that magical. That is why life is so magical, and that is why I sound so passionate every time I talk, because I have seen this truth. I have known this truth. I felt this truth. And it is in that essence of the truth I want to share this truth. Because I want more people to know this truth. I want more people to be free with this truth. Because the truth can set you free. You really create your reality. Your specific person can show up tomorrow exactly how you desire your specific person. That's it. All you need to do is believe that my specific person has shown up the way I want. It's done. Your long lost friend who's not talking to you, who you had a fight with, that friend of yours can just contact you tonight and start talking to you. All you need to do is believe it. That's it. No matter what the story is, no matter what happened, no matter what upheaval is there, no matter what problem had occurred, no matter what problem it led to, no matter how bad the fight was, no matter how much the person has said that the person does not want to even see your face, just by believing that no matter what happened, beyond it all, the person can show up. The person will show up. If you really need money and you're going through a phase of emergency and you don't do anything and you don't know where the money is coming from, you don't know which friend or which relative who is going to give you the money, or your parents will, you just don't know where the money is coming from. But you can have the money overnight if you believe I can have the money. You have never seen God. You want to see God. You really want to experience God. And for once you want to see God. You just want to thank God and tell God once, I just want to see you once. Believe and it will be possible, and I have experienced it. Back in the year 2018, I was going through a lot of upheavals, a lot of stress, a lot of pain, and it was Jesus who was constantly there. And I was crying to Jesus and I was like, I just want to thank you once. You at least just show up once. I just want to see you once. I had seen him literally. I saw a holographic version of God in my very room, and I initially did not believe that it's God. I thought that I'm imagining it. Eventually, as months passed, years passed, I think during 2020 lockdown, I was thinking and imagining of that, and I just felt within, like really I could then believe that okay, I had really seen him. But it took me almost 2 years to believe what I had seen, to believe that it really happened. I couldn't believe initially. I thought I'm imagining. But then eventually I could really believe, and I knew that I got that lucky that I saw Jesus. And I'm very fond of Jesus since I was a child. Since I was a little kid, I used to love Jesus, and I always used to talk to Jesus, and it was the greatest privilege and freedom I had in that moment. But I didn't realize it then. Eventually, after 2 years, I really realized that I got that lucky to really be able to see Jesus. Really I saw him. You can see God also. You can experience anything. You can manifest the food you want overnight. If you feel like eating something and you were doing your work, you can go out of the room and your mom can give you that exact food. That happens to me almost every day of my life. And to manifest that or anything is to believe. Whoever has worked with me, I have always told them that it's all about believing. The main focus has to be believing. You just need to believe. You need to focus on believing. The key is to believe. No matter what you do, No matter whether you ask for it, whatever it is, you need to believe you have received it, or you are receiving it, or you are capable of receiving it, and it's possible to receive it. No matter what that is, the impossible is possible. God can do anything. God can melt your physical reality and make it Paris and transport you into Paris in a second. God can shift, liquefy your reality and transport and teleport you to a dimension in a second. In your full body, you can teleport to a dimension, and it's possible. You don't have to take the flight. You want to go somewhere else, you're not vaccinated, you don't want to get vaccinated, and you want to get teleported to another place. By the virtue of your belief, you can get teleported to another place. No matter what, you can get teleported to another dimension. It is very, 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 very much possible. Quantum teleportation is something I personally teach. Quantum teleportation is a method by the virtue of which you can teleport your SP or any target to the state of consciousness that you desire in a second, and change the inner conversation in a second, and bring them to the vibration of it's done, and release all the fear and upheaval again in a second. So you can manifest anything. Instant manifestation happens every day in my life. I had recently shared a story of my style removing itself in a day. And yes, that happened with God. Yes, it wouldn't have happened without God. Yes, the magician is God. Yes, it's possible in God. But again, it's possible in God. I can't do it, you can't do it. But belief and faith that God can do it can change it. It is your belief. It is your unwavering faith. And it is your strength that Jesus can do anything. Can shake and move mountains, and I swear on that. You can change your life overnight. Everything in your reality can change overnight. Your twin flame journey can change overnight. And for that to change overnight, you have to believe that you are capable of receiving what you are asking for. You have to believe you are capable and worthy of receiving what you are so badly seeking. You have to believe you are capable of being the vibration that you are wanting to be. You have to believe in your capability. The reason and the way how to believe is believe in your capability to receive it. Strengthen your belief in your capability to receive it. Strengthen your belief in your power as a magnificent human being who is a child of God. Feel that capability as a child of God with all the strength, and gear up the strength inside of you to break free finally, to believe you can receive it all that you desire. Everything that you desire, all the wish that you have, all the things that you deeply, deeply want in your heart, in every corner of your being, everything can break free and become your physical reality and get pushed out from within only if you choose to believe. It is only by the virtue and fact that if you believe, it's in the strength of belief. The vibration of belief creates a strength. It is the idea of belief which creates a strength, which strength itself creates a push, and that push itself creates a momentum, and that momentum itself creates a magical vibration, in which vibration everything just breaks through and just gets pushed out from within and becomes your manifested reality on the physical. To manifest anything is possible. You just have to work on, I'm capable of receiving it, I believe I can receive it, I am capable of receiving it, and I'm ready to strengthen my capability to receive it. I'm worthy of receiving it, and I'm thereby strengthening my capability, and now I shall receive it. Your very strength, your very capability to receive something once is in that strengthful place, once in that strengthful vibration, once in that state of consciousness, where that momentum, where that strength, where that energy, oh, I can receive it, oh, I'm so capable of receiving it, oh, I'm so good at receiving it, oh, I'm so amazing, I so deserve to receive it. When that vibration is constantly geared up, it creates the momentum to cause the breakthrough, to break free the barricades, to finally align and become your vibration right in front of you. You can manifest anything and everything instantly. Instant manifestation is real. Manifestation is real. Instant manifestation is motherfucking real. But you need to again live it. Live it. Like be it, live it, that's it. Work on your capability of receiving something. Keep on strengthening that, oh, I so deserve to receive it, and I have received it. Gear up your strength and make yourself realize that you are so capable of receiving it. Your capability is so amazing to receive. Your capability is so refined to receive it. You're so powerful to receive it. You can so break free and claim in the essence of your courage that you finally now have it. Thank you, and love and light. Your namaste. Have a great day.